time to sit down, grab a sweet tea in your hand, on a worn out rocker with a view of this southern land. I got the crickets singing low and the fireflies in the sky. It's front porch talking time, let the world roll by. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're keeping it real like only Southern boys can. You might agree or you might just sigh, but they're Southern Fried till the day they die. A little gospel, a little grit, and a whole lot of pride. They speak from the heart, never got nothing to hide. From D.C. to Dixie, they'll stir up the stew. If it ruffles your feathers, well, that's what they do. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're keeping it real like only Southern boys can. You might cheer or you might ask why, but they're Southern Fried till the day they die. They got stories, opinions, and a joke or two. Laid back truth with a country point of view. So pull up a chair, don't let the night slip by. There's wisdom in that old southern sky. Yeah, well, it's time to sit down with a little front porch talking with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're laughing and living and loving the land. You might stay or just stop by, but they're Southern Fried till the day they die. Yeah, they're Southern Fried till the day they die.
Well, howdy there, folks. This is Rob and Dave with Southern Fried Podcast, and here it is Friday night with an episode of Front Porch Talking. We hope y'all have had a great week. I'm Rob. That's Dave, and we're gonna have a special guest with us tonight. So, I've been talking about him a little bit all week long. So, Dave, you got anything you want to bring up before we get started in on that?
It's good to be here on a Friday night. Keep praying for the wife. I just visited with her from I was at the rehab with her. She's making progress. We'll have a meeting on Tuesday to see how long she'll stay. So she's working hard. Y'all keep praying for her. Miss Jen, thank you for stopping by. She stopped by Steve's live. Yeah, give him a hard time for us.
Yeah, give him a rough time.
Blacksmith.
Hey, you look at that Ford, see if it don't look like an easy bake oven to you too.
We appreciate you giving him support. And Rob, while we're there, we should just probably say, if you don't have Rumble, you should get Rumble. Absolutely. And here's some of our Rumble friends. And there's the Half Pine Forge or the Celtic Blacksmith. He has one that's called Half Pine Forge Live, and that's the one that we highlighted there. And that's where he's over there banging and clanging on the metal. Of course, ours are at the top. These are some of my friends. Angry Conservative stopped by the sports show. Thank you, Angry Conservative. If you're still bouncing around out there, we appreciate you so very much. And we're still trying to figure out, or I am, streaming live from StreamYard into studio. I do have it, I think, fixed this time. But it's good to see everybody. God bless everybody. Let's have a great Friday night with our guest.
Absolutely. And our guest tonight is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Dylan Shepard. He's got From the Woods. is his Facebook page. Y'all go there. You can check it out. We're going to be highlighting some of his work tonight. Absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and bring him on up here. We'll put him right in between us. Look, there you go. Hey, Dylan, how are you doing tonight?
Okay, doing good. Thank y'all for having me.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Look there, you're a rose between two thorns. That's the biggest thorn, though. He's not really paying attention, so I can make fun of him a little bit.
Just trying to work on some stuff, brother.
I know you are, but I'm going to have fun with it. You go ahead and not pay attention to what I say. It'll be all right. Well, Mr. Dillon, let's tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I'm just going to throw it out there. Right
From Edison, Georgia. Born and raised here. Went to high school in Southwest Georgia Academy in Damascus, Georgia. Graduated, went to ABAC, got a bachelor's in wildlife and natural resources, where I also met my wife there. We got married in November, and here we are now.
All right. Well, is your wife there? You going to bring her on screen with you?
I can.
Tell her say hi.
All right.
Hi.
Hi. We can hear you. Don't be bashful. Hey, wives, husband and wives are one. Y'all working together.
He's
Are y'all both redheads?
What? I didn't hear.
Are y'all both redheads?
No.
Definitely not.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I was a redhead.
Was what? Oh no.
What you mean? Oh no. Yeah. Looks like you and I got the same barber.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but when I get to heaven, I'm gonna find that hair angel and I'm whooping his butt. We're gonna have a discussion. All right. So let's hear a little bit more about what you do here with your he's got it listed up here on his Facebook page. He's a carpenter. I'm gonna throw this out there. I think he goes beyond that. Dylan's an artist. And I'm just gonna say it. What he does is art. And how in the world did you get started doing this? Because I've seen this kind of stuff before, but the process to do this and the drive to do it, which I understand some of it, but tell us how you got started doing this.
Well, I guess about 4 years ago, helping my uncle with irrigation, putting in center pivot irrigation, and slipped and ruptured a disc in my back, and basically stuck on the floor for 2 weeks, not able to do anything. And watching YouTube, and saw a video of someone turning a bowl, and kept watching videos and everything like that, and figured, I bet I can do that. I got a lathe and Harbor Freight set, and started messing around with some wood, and got a little bit better, and got some better tools, and kept watching more videos and finding videos, and I bet I can do that. So I kept trying this and trying that, found out what worked and what didn't work, and basically learned off YouTube.
Right. Well, hey, we're gonna get some pictures here just shortly, but if y'all are interested in anything, or if there's something that you want him to make, now you told me that you do take orders, and you will ship.
Yep.
So I mean, if y'all see anything that you like, check with him on it, because one of the things we promote on here is small business, and what you're doing here is absolutely art. I don't care what nobody says. They say, "Oh, it's just woodworking." It's not. Matter of fact, this is one of the pieces that really jumped out to me. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I've been sick for a while, but I'm getting over it. I want to throw this one here up. Now, this is a cheese board, I'm assuming, because it's got the handles on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see my mouse or not. But it's got the handles and stuff on it. Now, this piece here, you can tell it's obviously been finished immaculately. And it's got the resins on the inside to get the color highlights and stuff. You don't just jump in and do stuff like this. This is not something that just magically happens. This is art. This is an artist at work. And to bring out that kind of figure in the wood, and then I'm sure all this stuff here where the blue is was probably something defect in the wood that was probably sanded out and then filled with resin. But oh, what an awesome piece
Actually, that's done with a microwave.
with a microwave.
Yep, that's what they call Lichtenberg marks.
Yeah.
So if that's basically what if you were ever hit by lightning, that's a possibility of that being put on your skin or something. But the technical name for it is Lichtenberg marks. But
Okay.
so what I did was I gutted a 1300-watt microwave, and then that's a piece of pecan that it's on. And you take water and baking soda, wet it down, and then I put a nail in it, and then I hook the electrodes up to it, kind of like you would to jump off a car battery.
Right.
And plug it in, and then that's the natural path electricity follows. But yeah, that's a microwave transformer that does that.
Wow. That's neat. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm learning stuff
Yep.
too.
Different species of wood gives you a little bit different burn and different patterns and things like that.
Okay.
Could we hook Rob up to that?
It'll definitely wake you up.
Sometimes in the morning he's not really alert, so I might need a little shock treatment like that for
Hey,
him.
hey. Don't start it on me. This show ain't about me. But I wanted to get to also. Now this is a cutting board, I think, or a cheese board, either one probably. I want to throw this up there. Now, y'all, I that's flat, correct?
Yes,
That's
that's
smooth.
right. Yep.
All right, so this is 3D, and the way he's done this, it looks like it's got rises and falls in it, but it does not. This is all smooth. It's all cut board, cheese board, bread board, whatever you want to use it for, or to hang on your wall. I mean, this is, like I said, this is art. This isn't just, going in there, sanding down a piece of wood. This has some thought put into it, and this is a lot of work. Now, how many different kinds of wood are in this thing? I can see 4 or 5 right off the top of my head.
Let's see, we got red cedar, black cherry, poplar, sweet gum. So that's all that's in that one.
Okay.
I've done as many with those 13 different species in. I think it's the most I've ever done.
Wow. 13 different ones. Oh wow. Dude, this is some cool stuff. And we ain't got to the bowls yet. Oh my goodness. Me and Dave were trying to figure out what these were the other day. I have figured it out now.
So those are whiskey smokers. That was something I've never even heard of until YouTube University introduced me to that.
Right.
And that was my own design on them. But basically, that's a piece of white oak and 4-inch diameter. Put that on your glass of whatever you got, whiskey, your bourbon. And it's got a hole drilled in it. It's got a little mesh filter that goes in the bottom, and I have different wood chips. And you put that on your drink, and you hit it with a torch, and it's supposed to give it a little unique flavor, kind of like smoking meats or something like that. Each one gives a little bit different, unique flavor, I guess. So.
Okay. That's neat. I mean, I did figure out what it was, but we were we were talking about that. We don't know what that is. We got to ask you. Now, the resin work and stuff like that has always intrigued me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got to touch in on this here just a little bit on these bowls. I'm looking for the right ones. Let's just put up a hodgepodge here. All right. Can y'all? Yeah, we can see that. Let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, there we go. Look at these bowls, y'all. Like this right here. I know you had to cut that to get it there, but the resin and stuff where it colors in on the outside and flakes in on the inside. How do you even? Is that cedar? That one in the middle right here. Can you see my mouse?
Yes, yeah, that's red cedar.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the purple offsets it nicely. So, I mean, how do you decide what colors to use? Walk us through this process just a little bit. Where do you find your wood at?
So most of my big pieces of cedar, my neighbor's got a wood miser, and he'll call me up. He has the butt end of a log or something that won't fit through the sawmill, and he lops it off with the chainsaw. And hey, do you want this? And I'll come pick it up, and I'll cut it down to size and let it dry out for up to a year, 2 years or something. And
Oh wow.
once it dries out, I'll get into a cylinder shape. And most of the places where you see the resin, there would be the actual outside of the tree where the bark would be. And so
Okay.
that's the natural cup shape it is. And I'll find like a paint can or something like that, some plastic can, and I'll stick it in there so it's a tight enough fit, and actually pour the resin in it. And you get the color packets. It's kind of like picking out nail polish. You can get basically whatever color you want to and just mix it in there and pour it in there and actually put it in a vacuum chamber. And that relieves the air bubbles. So air bubbles are a bad problem with the resin there.
Okay.
And let it sit for a couple days, and then once it's completely hardened, I can do whatever I want to with it then.
Oh wow. Yeah, because this is basically like working with wood then.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to throw this one up and give people a little better idea too what we're okay. So this bowl here would be just like you were talking about. This would be the outside.
Yes, actually, that one's a laminated bowl. Those are some boards, some 1x boards that I had glued together, and I took a floppy disk on an angle grinder, and I actually put that curve in that one.
Wow.
So those are actually laminated boards there.
Wow. Hey, let me put this one here up. We've got, hey, Michael, I didn't see you over there. I was looking over here. I got a comment here on one of our other strings. I'm going to shift it over. Now, this guy here is in North Georgia. His name's Michael. He's a friend of the podcast. He's been coming on from a got-go. He said I've got some hardwood off of 100-plus-year-old piano, and I've been trying to find somebody that wants it. Is that something that you could use in anything like this, or?
I could try it.
Okay.
I've done a lot of barn scavenging and gotten some beams from some barns, and there was an old barn that the Hurricane Michael tore down. I got some rafters out of it. There was actually some rafters my great grandpa had milled himself back in the 20s.
Wow.
It was solid fat lighter, and that's what I gave my grandpa for his 90th birthday. I was able to keep it square and hollow it out in the square form of the rafter and keep the old saw marks on it. And let's see, I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the square rafter. I've counted the growth rings on it. It's over 120 growth rings on it. It was cut down roughly in the 1920s or so.
Wow.
But that was
Goes the inside of that again. The outside is beautiful.
Yeah.
But the inside there where he's got it finished, wow. Look at the figure in that, Dave. That's got some character to it. That's got some character to it. I like that. You got any other pieces there to show off?
Actually, I got most of my stuff packed up right now. I'm doing an event tomorrow in Americus, Georgia.
Okay.
And I've got a lot of my stuff packed up right now.
Okay. Well, I've got some more pictures here. Now, this one is probably my favorite piece that I've seen out of everything on there. Because I like dark wood anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But this is beautiful, dude. I mean, I don't know how big that bowl is. I'm guessing it looks like a standard size bowl, but it would be probably 8 inches, 8 or 10 inches.
I want to say I think the max I can do is 14 inches. I think so.
Okay.
14 inches across is about the max I can do.
But that is absolutely beautiful, and the blending of the colors there, that is, I'm hammered. That is absolutely beautiful, and that would make a centerpiece on anybody's table.
Uh-huh.
So, but y'all, he's got pictures all over on his Facebook. He's got a lot. Go to From the Woods on Facebook, give him a follow. Yeah, hi there, Dean. Yeah, he's got some amazing stuff. So y'all go by there and check out his work. If there's something there that you want, something that you're looking for, if you can get a picture of it, send it to him. And he said he would try to get here. Let's show another different little look here. There you go. Now that's got 1, 2, 3, 4
Yep.
different kinds of wood.
Yep. Black walnut, maple, and red cedar in that one.
Wow. Now, what do? Like cut these boards and then glue them, or you finish them, I'm assuming, and then
Yep.
you clamp them together?
Yep. Pretty much everything I use is rough cut lumber. I run it through a planer and use a tight bond type 2 and glue the stew out of it and then go from there.
Yeah. Wow. We're getting a lot of comments in here on some of the other things there. Let me put them up there, some of them. Mr. Barry, he says, that's very interesting. Yeah, another little comment there too we got to put up there. Bear with me. I'm fighting this thing here tonight. Y'all says, definitely safer to eat out of than a plastic bowl. Oh, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people are steering away from the plastics in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
They're tired of them. So there's a lot of stuff, but oh, I got to put this one up as well. I'm sorry, y'all. There's just so many that I want to put up, and I know I can't put them all up. But check that out. Can you tell us a little bit about this piece?
So that was a piece of persimmon that I found in the cow pasture. It's got the live edge on it, so I just basically turned it, left the where the bark would normally be on it. So that's what they call a live edge bowl, though.
Right.
Made out of persimmon. It was actually one of the harder woods you come across. Back when, before they came out with all the synthetics and everything, that's actually what the heads of golf clubs used to be made out of.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, there was a big market, and the Japanese were buying them to make the fancy golf club heads.
Wow, and that is beautiful. You don't find figure like that in wood much anymore. I mean, you do, but you got to go out and look for it. And you said you found that in a cow pasture?
Yep. I'm always raiding the bulldozer piles and fence rows and my neighbor's scrap pile and everything like that, looking for unique pieces and everything.
It's amazing. You go out and find these unique pieces and turn them into this. Man. Dave, what would you give to be able to do something like that?
I would probably burn the shop down trying to do that.
Wow. Like I said, I mean, it's art. I mean, and it is a way of expression, and everything. But to be able to do something like that, that's just absolutely mind-boggling. Oh, here's another one. Oh, well, I lost one. Like I said, there's so many that I want to highlight. Dude, look at that. You got the figure of the wood and the nice dark wood. I guess that's is that red cedar?
Yeah, that's red cedar.
And then having the purple offsetting on it and the swirl in the resin and stuff, man, that is just amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I think, let's talk about if somebody wants something like, can you make me a red cedar bowl and can we try this color with it, or can you send me some different color options? Can you, how would they go about doing that?
I guess the easiest way is just send me a message through Facebook and kind of just give me an idea what you're looking for in the size, the shape, stuff like that, and I can come up with something or get a little more detail from you if I need to. But basically, just give me an outline like that, what you're looking for.
Okay. Wow. All right. We've got several questions coming up. Have you ever used cypress wood? I bet you have around this area.
Yep, there's actually a piece of cypress in the picture you have up currently. Just to the right of the whiskey smoker is cypress. Do actually quite a bit of cypress right now.
Go right there. Y'all see my mouse? I think that's cypress over there. And said cypress wood doesn't rot. And NC Native says, I want a river table. Now you might have to tell us a little bit more about what you consider to be a river table. I guess that's Dylan, you may know what he's talking about.
Yep. Actually, the first epoxy project I ever did was a river table. As our the dining room that's in my parents' house. Did it out of 2-inch hickory, and had 11 gallons of epoxy just in the river part of it. And
Oh, wow.
the tabletop weighed over 700 pounds before we were done with it. So it was quite the project.
Yeah, I'd say so.
The one and only I've ever done, but it was a project for sure.
You doing that may have been like me working with purple heartwood one time. Once. But, I mean, it's something that you could do again.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'd want to pay for the shipping on that.
No, it's yeah, that was an ordeal. We actually had to make a crane, and we used the front end loader of the tractor and made a little skateboard type attachment to wheel it through the front door and get it set up on the dining room. And it took like 5 or 6 people just to set it up on the stand we made to get it in place and everything. So yeah, that was an ordeal just getting it in the house.
NC Native said, correction. I want a river table that I can move by myself.
Yeah.
Maybe a coffee table.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, Tire Man's up in northwest Georgia, and I don't know if you make it up that way. Let's see if we copy and paste here. He said, I have, I think that's a variety of 30 to 40 foot Leland cypress that have died. If he can get them cut, he can have them. I don't know if you've ever worked with Leland cypress or not, or if it'd be something you'd be interested in. I don't know.
Never worked with the Leland cypress. I know they're normally have a lot of knots and limbs and crotches and stuff on them. I know it's kind of a harder wood to deal with. But,
I bet it makes some of those knots and stuff makes them interesting looking bigger though.
Oh yeah, yep.
So, I want to go down through here. There was a couple more that I wanted.
Just brought up one. This is one of the cypress bowls here. You can tell.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me make you big. Hang on a minute, so everybody can see that. Well, that ain't what I wanted. Hang on a sec. You. Well, Dave, this thing ain't working right. Why is this thing not working right? It's making me.
This thing called Rob.
Easy. There. Now put it up.
All right. Yeah, that's a piece of the cypress there.
Oh man, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. He got his work on the back, so you know it came from him. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Michael said these cypress have a bright light wood, so you might be interested in them. It's amazing. He said that, and NC Native says that wood really shines. Very nice bowl. Hey y'all, when I went across the shop, do you know Brandon? Do you know a guy named Brandon Simpson?
Met him a couple times. Yes.
He's my cousin.
Okay.
You need to go over and check him out. And I did, and I kind of got floored there. So, oh, there was another one. And this is right next to that purple one that I like so much. And then this right here has two different colors of resin mixed in, along with the figure of the wood there. Man, that's so. How do you? I mean, I know you look at the wood and you can look at the color and kind of, but until you get it finished, you really don't know. I would guess how it would look. I mean, is there times when you get one you just go, I don't like it.
Yeah, every once in a while, I just kind of let it, however it wants to be worked. I just kind of let it go into that pattern. I guess if it looks like it wants to go one way, I let it go that way if I can.
Right. Wow. These are. I mean, I can't talk about it enough here. I'm gonna let you talk about it a little bit. What's the hardest? What is the hardest wood you've worked with, or the worst, the most difficult?
I'm sorry, you cut out just a second.
What is the most difficult wood you've ever worked with?
Probably live oak. I tried a piece of live oak one time, and that's difficult there. That's actually what the battleships, first American battleships, were made out of was live oak.
Oh yeah.
And, the cannonballs would bounce off of them. So you got to get time that just right, so the moisture just right in it, or you're not going to move that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done some black cherry, that get a good crotch piece of black cherry, and that's gonna make your tool smoke a little bit too.
Oh yeah. Wow. So how long does it take to make a bowl?
Start to finish, a good salad size bowl. I could have one completely turned without the finish on it in probably an hour.
Okay. In about an hour. But that's not counting mixing your resin and all that kind of stuff either.
The resin, I normally have anywhere from, because actually the color resin is the same finish I use on the all the other bowls. It's just painted on.
Right.
And it normally I put anywhere from 3 to 5 coats on each bowl. And I have to sand it in between each time, and it takes about 24 hours for it to dry, and I have to sand it each time. So say a good week worth of drying time and everything like that.
Wow. So if you're using the resin, even on the regular bowls, I mean, without the finish, I mean, you're talking when you put the finish on, you're talking a week. If you wait between the sandings and everything else, and you're talking a week to turn a bowl.
Pretty much. I could have it turned that afternoon in an hour, but with the finish on it and everything, it would take me a good week to get it completely finished and ready to use and everything.
Yes. Barry says, there he goes. That got up on screen. Beneath to have a large bowl in the shape of half a slice of apple, if you can cut an apple in half. The bowl will be large enough to hold candy or other decorative food. Yeah. Yeah, that would be neat. It'd be awfully hard to turn that though.
Yes.
That would be really hard to turn. So yeah, I don't know if it's from the woods. It's a space in between. That's from the woods on Facebook. Just do a search for it and it'll pop right up. So yeah. Now on the cutting boards and stuff like that, let's put this one here back up, or this one up. Well, there we go. How long does something like that take to do?
Actually, that kind of deceiving. It doesn't take as long as what you would think there.
Okay.
I have a process that I do with that. I actually start by cutting I'll get the rough cut wood and run it all through the planer. And then I'll cut it into 3-foot sections. And then I'll rip those into 1-inch boards. And then I glue those up with and I'll take the very end of the 1-inch boards and cut a 45 on the end of it.
Right.
Glue them up so they're kind of staggered on the 45, on the 45. And then I glue them up and clamp them, let them dry. And then I'll run them through the planer. And then I'll cut them at 1.5 inches. And then I just flip each one individually, or flip the 1.5 inch boards in. And then I'll glue those up again. So
Okay.
it's not actual individual pieces in there. It's kind of more like 12 pieces that are glued up.
My goodness. But still, that just amazes me that getting that done like that. That's awesome looking work. That just blows my mind. That is beautiful. Barry wants to know the festival you're doing in Americus.
Wolf Creek is the name of it. I don't know if they're. It's a Wolf Creek winery. It's in Americus from I think 11 to 6, I believe.
All right, now we have some interesting people on here, and NC Native is one of them. He's been on the show, coming on the show for a while, and he says, "I want Dylan to make me my next set of car rims." Now, I guess you could almost do that, or at least get something to. I don't know how they'd attach them, but you could do it. I mean,
I did do a dashboard for a replica of a Kobe Shelby, the Shelby Cobra.
Yeah.
A replica of that one of my dad's friends had, and I did the dashboard for him for it.
oh wow.
I don't think I have a picture of it, but had all the gauges and dials cut out, and I was able to match the epoxy to the candy red apple he and had some knots in it, and I filled the knots in, and it's the only thing car related I've done with the wood and the epoxy though.
Okay. Wow, I bet that was a process. And here's something else neat that he does. This is just an arrow that he made here. But I saw the finished product here a little while ago. It's something to hold a mount, correct?
Yep, that's for a Euro mount or a skull mount.
Right.
I'll do some deer plaques like that and stuff.
And you've got a finished product there. Let me get back to that. There it is. Let me open it up. And that's the deer skull mount and the blackboard. And that is very neat looking too. I like that. Did you shoot that deer?
Yes, that was one that I got. Yep, last year I think it was.
Wow. Chuck, where you getting into? Where do you go? Sorry, I got a cat that is just being annoying tonight. Hey. All right. This is my co-host here. He lives with me, and Chuck has to say hi every once in a while. This is my poor little helpless, tiny, pitiful little one-eyed kitty cat, and he is just a mess, ain't you? He has to come up here and say hi every once in a while. He's getting upset with me. I'm gonna put him down now. But if I pick him up like that, then he'll calm down and quit doing whatever he was doing, because it offends him when he'll walk off. But all right, so what's some of the other projects that you can do that's not necessarily on your Facebook? I know that you have the mount like there, but that was a little deeper in there. But how much would it cost, or do you do like end tables or coffee tables?
I've never done or haven't done one in a while. But I could be something I could do. actually in the process of building a little bit bigger shop right now. So I'm kind of on hold on my bigger projects right now. But that is something that I have done and will continue to do in the future once I get my shop rearranged and everything.
Very nice. Here's a good question here. Does Dylan ever make gun stocks or other gun hardware?
Had a lot of questions about that, and I've made a set of pistol grips for a Ruger Mark III, and that's about the only thing gun related I've made. Haven't made any full size stocks or anything, just a set of pistol grips. I think it's the only thing I've made gun related.
Yeah, that's awesome though. Yeah, I wish I had that kind of talent. You know, I've got a little bit of talent, but it ain't nothing like what you've got on that, Bubba. I'm gonna tell you, and I'll freely admit it. Here's his QR code. So y'all can hit that and it'll take you straight to his webpage. Is that correct, Dave?
Yes, Facebook.
Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. So, now, what does your wife think of all your woodworking and stuff?
What is she? What now?
What does she think of all your woodworking and stuff?
No, she's right in the middle of it too. She's sanding and routering and rearranging. She comes up with a design. She came up with the name, and so she's right in the middle of it too. So,
All right, so she don't tell you, I wish you would quit going out there and working in that shop and spend more time with me.
Yeah,
She just gets right out there with
the wood chips in the dryer. So that's the biggest complaint I hear about.
the wood chips in the dryer.
Yep. They always end up in my pocket and everything, and I get accused of not emptying my pockets out before coming in the house. So.
His pants pockets, his shirt pockets, his socks.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but she said his pants pockets, his shirt pockets, his socks.
His favorite pair of shoes is Crocs whenever he's working, and Crocs and socks and wood chips don't mix too well.
All right, so you're the guy in the South down here in Georgia that wears Crocs. We've talked about you on this show. In a good way, in a fun way. Not bad. You can wear Crocs if you want to. Are you freezing up on me? Don't you freeze up. There you are.
There we go.
Okay. So why Crocs?
On a concrete floor, and it's a whole lot better on the feet.
Okay.
Cushiony and breathable.
They're breathable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I
cushiony.
guess that might be helpful if you're out there sweating and everything. Here's you a good one. Oh, we just had another good one come up too. Tire Man says, "The family that sands together stays together."
Correct.
And NC Native.
I was
Go
actually sanding cutting boards for him when all of a sudden we had to go check on his cows that supposedly had gotten out. And long story short, I'm covered in sawdust and wood chips when he proposed to me. So.
Oh.
Yep.
She was covered in sawdust and wood. Now, see, she sounds like good old South Georgia country girl right there. Were you wearing Crocs when you proposed?
I actually was wearing Crocs, yes. And my little sunglasses.
Oh my goodness. You were wearing Crocs covered with sawdust and wood chips when he proposed. See, that's love right there. That's true love. NC Native has you a new nickname here, Dylan Sawdust Shepherd.
It's
I like
got a
it.
good ring to it.
Barry wants to know, do you wear a leather apron? I bet that's hard.
Yep, I do have a canvas apron, and when I'm turning, I always have the helmet on and everything.
Yeah.
Eye protection and mask and all that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, safety first. Safety
Oh,
first.
yeah.
Have you ever thought about now? See, we've got Half Fine Porch, Steve from Half Fine Porch, Celtic Blacksmith. He comes on here quite often. He's a good friend of the podcast. In fact, let me throw him up real quick. I hate to talk about him and not throw him up because, yeah, he's our buddy. He's one of our buddies. He's up in Ohio.
Okay.
He does a lot of blacksmithing, but he actually does shows on it. He does live shows. He does other stuff, and we encourage people. But have you ever thought about doing a podcast on this and showing stuff on?
Yeah, I've thought about it. Just lack of time was the biggest holder on that one.
Yeah. Well, how far are you from where I'm at?
About 40 minutes.
40 minutes, because I'm here in Colquitt.
Yep. Get on 27, and it's a straight shot.
You said it takes about an hour to turn a bowl?
Yep.
Okay. I may see if I can get a ride up there and film your process.
Okay.
And we'll just put it out live.
Okay.
If it takes you about an hour, what do you think, Dave?
Do it.
You think and I think people would like to see the process, and we'll get together on that. We'll just do one.
Okay.
And
All
if
right.
you enjoy doing it and stuff like that, we can get you set up and show you how to do it. Ain't nothing but a big deal. Yeah, Tire Man's coming up with ideas for this. It says Sawdust Nation, Southern Pride Sawdust. NC Native talk. Oh, well, no, I got what you're talking about. You ain't talking about turning a bowl, and we ain't talking about that kind of bowl. Knucklehead. But all right. Well, this. So, does everybody can find it out there now? Southern. It's From the Woods. That's 3 different words. It's space them out. From the Woods on Facebook. Just do the search on Facebook, and it'll pop him right up. And there's the QR code. Y'all hit it, and you can look through his pictures there. There's a ton of pictures on there that I have not been able to get up yet. And I mean some absolutely beautiful stuff. Like he's got, salad bowls, plates. I mean, he even got a paper towel holder in there. Cheese boards, cutting boards, fancy bowls. I mean, just some of these cheese boards just hammered me. And it didn't take anything away once you explained how you did it. But here you go. This is a good example too. Now, if you can put that out if you're having people over and stuff like that, and doesn't that look nice? I mean, you're going to put it out there for display, like for dinner or something. That's what that kind of stuff is made for. And this.
That's kind of like the river table that they were talking about before us. The epoxy in the middle, kind of like a stream going through it. That's,
okay.
Yeah, kind of a smaller scale with the river table what he mentioned before. So.
Okay. But that's just beautiful work right there. And this is American made. It's right here in America. And you could probably go out, and we hadn't talked about your pricing, but you could probably, I am sure, go out and find something cheaper. Haley McClendon Simpson, Katie Shepard, our bestie. Hey, Cuzzo. That's my Cuzzo there. So apparently she knows Katie. But yeah, stuff like that. And see, this is something that can be passed down. This isn't just something that you buy for yourself. I mean, you can buy it and it'll be there for your children and their children. I've
done some laser engraving, so I can take one of the cutting boards, and you can send me any picture, a family recipe, anything you got like that, and I can do it in the scan it, and I can do it in the exact handwriting your grandmother had, or a favorite picture you had, and I can etch it onto a cutting board or anything like that too. I get a lot of orders for that.
That is awesome. Wait a minute. Was that this here that I saw? Let me go back up to it. I got to find it. I'm not sure if it was in these photos here or if it was just on your page. Okay. So this was the picture,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And there it is on the board.
Yes. Yep. And that board is actually currently in Argentina.
It's in Argentina?
Yep, that's in Argentina. That's the furthest way I've got one.
Wow. Wow. So you took the picture and boom. That is neat, dude. That's awesome. I like that. So my goodness. So you spent several years learning how to perfect your craft and get going here, and you're still working on it, I'm sure. But
Oh yeah.
Wow. And I mean, let me just put this up here. And y'all, I don't. Let's see here. We just scroll through this. This is, like I said, I've been cherry picking going through these things. But y'all can take a look. He has, the work he does is amazing. Let's highlight this one here a little bit. Look at that. Now this piece here, that's is that red cedar right there?
Yeah, that's some red cedar that's actually laminated together. Some one bys that were glued together.
Okay. And
the
that would be
one under was a solid piece, and the others were solid pieces.
okay. And this is
That's cypress,
cypress.
and I think the one above it, I think that was a piece of live oak.
Oh, yeah. So that had your tools smoking.
Yeah.
You always know when you get to them hard ones.
Yep.
But yeah, let's me. Yeah, but as you can see, salad bowls with the plates. You know, this is all very, very neat stuff. My goodness. And it just keeps going. I mean,
That's the one that had the 13 species in it. Just slightly, yeah, right there in the middle. That one had the 13 different species. The cutting board.
oh, the cutting board. Hang on a minute. This one.
Yeah, and I actually gave that to my professor in college. He's a forestry major. I did the scientific names off to the right and the common names in the on the left there, and gave that to him for a graduation present.
Wow. Wow. So that's got pecan, red maple,
Camphor. That's actually what they make Vicks Vapor Rub out of.
okay.
Yep.
Eastern red cedar, black cherry, southern magnolia, black walnut, white ash, sweet gum, white oak, southern red oak, loblolly pine, persimmon, and
Mocker nut hickory.
mocker nut hickory. Wow. That is amazing looking, and you still got the 3D look on it. That's absolutely beautiful. That's something you can hang on a wall, and I'm not joking. I mean, that is absolutely something that you could hang on a wall. Wow. Dave, you got any questions for him?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay. You know, one of the things I like, you know, we talk about Georgia a lot on here and how diverse the state is. And just look at the types of wood, just how many different wood types we have right here in the state. It's a native says, "Moly moly," and he says, "Now my hardwood floors look boring." But you know, just look at the diversity. You know, just the amount of different trees and the different looks and stuff that you get from them, and the different hardnesses of the wood. And every wood handles differently. You know that, and I've done enough carpentry and sanding work that I know that. But you know that is, it just blows my mind. This is a pretty neat picture right here too. That was from 14. Let's back up, see if we got one here. Okay, that was from back in November the 19th. I don't care. I like it. I'm gonna put it up. You can see some of the different bowls in the picture here. And all those are just absolutely amazing. He probably doesn't have any of these anymore. He's probably sold them all.
Yep.
But still, you get to see some of what he has made. So yeah, if y'all want some custom orders or whatever, is there something in particular that you'd like for him to build for you? Check with him. NC Native says, let's just post that one there up because I like that one. Boom. And then I hope that's me lagging, not y'all. Y'all lagging, or is that me?
Good.
I think we're good.
Okay. There we go. You might consider Dylan a lumberjack of all trades. Well, when you think about it, when you start turning stuff, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes in with that. You do have to learn a lot of different stuff. You got to understand your painting, your resins. You have to understand your finishes and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot to it. I mean, even when I build shelves or something like that, it takes me a lot of time, but I don't mind taking time. Time I've got plenty of, and I take my time with it, and I get it sanded down where I want it. May not be where anybody else would want it, but I want my stuff to be perfectly slick and smooth and no splinters. And then I try not to stain. I try to let the wood speak for itself. Now the different finishes will color the wood up some. But I notice you kind of have that same technique and thought pattern here. A lot of these woods, I don't think you've stained any of it.
Yeah, most of
let the wood speak for itself.
Yeah, the cutting boards I use a mineral oil finish and put carnauba wax on it, and
Right.
Just kind of keeps water beading on it. But the bowls I use actually Total Boat is the name of it. It's a food safe 2-to-1 epoxy that I put on it.
Wow. So that's all food safe stuff. And
Yep, everything's food safe.
Mm.
Just don't put it in the microwave or the oven or dishwasher or anything like that. That's not going to end well.
Yeah. But stuff like this you want to take care of anyway. That's something. Yeah. These are all things that can be handed down. And wait a minute, is that birdhouses?
Yep. That's a big thing right now. Are birdhouses and carpenter bee traps. I've been making a lot of those.
Okay. Looks like you had some plants for sale too.
Yep. And then my wood chips, those were camphor wood chips. Clear your sinuses right up, and take a whiff of that, and it's like getting an instant whiff of peppermint or Vicks Vapor Rub. Actually, took the log over to my neighbor to get some one-bys cut out of it, and everybody thought he was making cough syrup over there because the whole neighborhood smelled like cough syrup over there from cutting the camphor up.
Oh, dude, that's funny. You could have had a ball with that.
Oh yeah.
What y'all doing? Y'all over there make cough syrup? Maybe. Mind your business. We might be making something else. It might taste a little better than cough syrup. You just stay over there. But I wouldn't mind having some of those chips like that. You could have a lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah.
You get your little Ziploc bag of those, open up, throw them in the back seat of somebody's car or underneath the seat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll sit there for a while. Then they'll get caught. Do I smell Vicks? I can see that happening to Dave. I think Dave likes the smell of Vicks stuff.
Sure.
And I tell you what, if you rub those wood chips all over your chest like you did Vic's vapor rub, I mean, it wouldn't leave you feeling all slimy. You might feel a little grimy and wood chippy, but
Mm-hmm.
when I was growing up, that was cure for everything. Oh, let's rub some Vicks on it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to slather me down so thick with that stuff. I'd have to wear a T-shirt and just be slathered in layers. And there was one night she said, "Oh, you need two," and she had me in two T-shirts.
Hey, Rob, let's take a quick commercial
Okay,
if you can.
all right, we're gonna take a commercial break.
Right back, folks. Refill the coffee cup.
Yep.
Give our guests a second to rest from all the questioning. They'll come back and be with us. 2 minutes.
All right.
Hey, Southern Fried fans and your Cornbread Nation. Well, yeah, that's right. We're going to advertise for Mammoth Nation. To all proud Americans, we call attention to these thoughts. Are you tired of woke corporations that don't align with your values? I know we are. Look no further than Mammoth Nation, the ultimate destination for patriots like you and me, and Rob and everybody else, including old crazy Uncle Jeb. Hey, Southern Fried Podcast fans, this is Dave the AM for the Southern Fried Podcast. We want to advertise for W, who's got some special things going on. So are you tired of those energy drinks that you drink and they give you the jitters and the crashes that come from the typical drink? Look no further than W Energy Drink. It's a revolutionary new beverage that will keep you energized without any of those downsides. For a limited time, folks, a limited time, W is offering an incredible 30% off on everything they sell. That's right. You can stock up on your favorite flavors and save big while enjoying the smooth, sustained energy that only W can provide. I'm a customer member, and I can testify to this. I love this drink. No shakes, no crashes. And if it can help my mental acuity, I'm happy too. Awesome. They have a unique formula that provides you a perfect balance of focus and vitality without any of those unpleasant side effects that we don't want. No more of those shaking hands, crashing you in the middle of the day. Just pure clean energy to help you tackle any challenge that comes your way. But don't wait too long. This 30% offer won't last forever. Go on over to W's website now and start shopping. Remember to smash that promo code Southern Fried into the area where they ask you to put that in there, and it'll help us as well. You're still going to get the 30%, but it'll let them know that you are supporting us, and so we appreciate it today. So try W Energy Drink and experience the difference for yourself. Your body and mind will thank you for making the switch to the energy drink that truly delivers on its promises. Don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity to save big and upgrade your energy game with W. Don't forget, use that promo code Southern Fried.
Frankie's the vanilla that I gave.
This is David the AM with the Southern Fried Podcast. We are now an affiliate of Podbean. Podbean is an audio platform which helps you get your voice out there. You can go online and go live from your very phone that you use. You don't have to have a lot of special equipment. It's nice to have a studio, but it's expensive. You can do those things from your phone. Hey, I was a listener of Podbean before I even became a podcaster. Maybe you've thought about being one. There was a time when I didn't think about being a podcaster, but think about it. You've got things to share. It could be as simple as baking, or it could be working on a car. The stories are endless that you could come up with to be a podcaster. And there are people out there that want to listen and to your stories and to your shows. And we're thankful for all those that watch and listen to us. Podbean is now an affiliate of the Southern Fried Podcast. Unless you're a business plan, that would be the bottom one. The one on top, use that. You'll get discounts. And also the Southern Fried Podcast benefits in this as well. I love Podbean. They also help launch out to many other audio sites. This saves me time. Time is precious. Time to be on the podcast. Time for research. Time to be with family. And yes, time to work. Yes, we still work out there in the workforce. So become a podcaster. Use Podbean. And when you use these links, one of them, you will save money and you'll also help the Southern Fried Podcast. Thanks so much
for all your support. Take care. We'll see you soon.
And we're back. All right. Well, two of us are back. NC Native said the smell of Vicks. The smell of Vicksburg. So let me ask you, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions.
Mhm.
We might move on to some other topics here, but what, have you ever thought about making like a planter?
Like a garden bed type thing, or
Well, no, like a for house plant.
yeah, I've made a few things like that, and yeah, I've made something like that before.
All right. Does it have like the water tray at the bottom, or
More like I guess kind of a trough type shape, I guess, more than a flat bottom, and it kind of tapered up, I guess.
okay, yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome to have some of those in like a plant bowl. That'd be
Yeah.
NC Native. Yeah, we already covered that. Those are not microwave safe or dishwasher safe or stuff like that. Something you want to hand wash. You don't want to put them in the oven. It's something that you want to hand wash. They are food safe.
Yep.
But it'll probably get ruined. Put them in stuff like the microwave. Definitely ruin it.
With the cutting board, you will have to add some oil to it over time. When they start looking dry, you can just put mineral oil, or even just spray it with some Pam or olive oil or something like that. But it will need oiling after a certain amount of time again. So
Absolutely, and that's a lot of stuff like that though.
yeah.
So you do make birdhouses.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So y'all, now we haven't talked about pricing. We don't talk about that a whole lot, but give us an idea for a bowl. What's a regular bowl? What would roughly?
So
Roughly.
the Cypress bowl I got here, I
Yeah.
normally sell it for like $40 or something.
Okay.
The epoxy bowls, when I first started doing the epoxy, it was expensive then. It was about $100 a gallon when I first started doing it. Now I've actually had to go to a different epoxy because the epoxy I was using is almost $300 a gallon now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've had to switch to different epoxies because that's getting pretty steep right there. But epoxy bowls normally run amount of epoxy in anywhere from about $50 to $100, something like that. So
Okay. But still, that's NC Native. No, they're not. Yes, they were bathtub safe. I would say not. But even still, I mean, everybody wants to make. The way these things look, though, if you're going to invest in something, like in a bowl like that, or something special, something that can be handed down, that's still reasonable.
mm-hmm.
That's not. I mean, you figure how long it takes you to put something like that together to make it. You know, I mean, you said, I mean, by the time you get done with the epoxy, you have to pay for the epoxy. You got to put this thing together. You got to turn it. You have to finish it, and it takes up to, a week, really. You have to sand it down, then you got to reapply, then you sand it down and reapply. So it takes you a week to make these things. So yeah, it's I'd say that's a good deal there.
Yep. And I've
That's not outrageous.
yep. I don't think I've make my cutting boards. I normally anywhere from $20 to $60. I think for the butcher blocks. Normally, what I do on those. So
Okay. Well, I gotta ask on stuff like I hit the wrong button. Give me just a sec. Something like this one. How much would something like that cost?
normally I do those for about $75.
Okay. But still, that is absolutely gorgeous stuff. Wow. Amazing. And that is definitely something that can be passed down. You can do whatever with, and yeah, amazing. All right. So that's from the woods on Facebook. Dave, throw his QR code up there one more time. And yeah, that's amazing. I'll go there. You're right. It's I don't get similar to the real estate. Uh, but y'all go check out his stuff. If you have an idea of what you want, send him a message. I'll talk back and forth. Maybe give him a picture, give him something to go by. And let him make something special. This is handmade. Here in America. It's small business. It's right here in the States. And that is right up our alley. And we do enjoy it. So you're welcome to hang out with us. You got anything that you want to talk about before we move on here to some other topics, maybe? Is there anything?
I guess just if you do have an order, this is my busy time of the year right now. Actually, this is my more of a hobby job here than a full-time job. So normally I'm doing this from 7 to midnight. So this is so right now it's a busy time of the year. So I'll get to you when I can if you do place an order. So
Yeah, well, you can't rush art. I mean, it takes some time.
yeah.
Plus,
How many festivals do you do a year?
Normally around 8 or so, I want to say. Actually, this is the one I'm going to tomorrow. It's the first time I've been to it. Actually, I've made over 60 cutting boards in the last 7 weeks. And I've got 2 left from the last event I went to.
Oh, wow. Was that the Mayhaw Festival?
Yes. Yep, that was.
Wow. See, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you can't, I mean, just looking at the work that he does and the quality of the work and just the uniqueness of it, you know, if it takes a little time, it takes a little time. It's worth waiting on. So put your order in now for Christmas. This is a good Christmas present, guys. For those people that you don't have a clue as to what to get for them, this is it. You know, get them a little cheese tray, get them a cutting board or something like that. It's something that's useful. It's beautiful.
I've had people show up in the yard with a trailer or pop their trunk open with a chunk of wood saying, "This was in my grandma's tree. We used to have a swing in it, or the tree house was in it or something. And can you make me something out of this?" And I've done that. But the thing with that is, if it's freshly cut, it's going to take it a long time to dry out. If you put a piece of wet wood on there, it's going to turn into a Pringles potato chip overnight.
Yes.
So
it's got to be good and dry.
Yeah, if you're looking at something for that, it's going to take months to years to dry out too. So
right. So yeah, but you know, I mean, man, that is just awesome work. Man, I wish I could do that. Yeah, I do. But hey, everybody's got their own talents, and dude, that's a talent. And you and your wife, you said she helps you out a lot too. You know, and the effort and the work shows in the quality of it. So I hope you're bragging on her enough.
Have you had anything that you went to make and it didn't turn out? You just decided not to do it?
I've had a few things that a few epoxy fails. I was first doing the pours and things like that. I experimented with paper tape and duct tape, and that's not a good idea. You have to have a fixed cylinder.
I can see that.
Yep. Things get messy quick when you have liquids that turn to solids and get hot, and things go wrong very quick.
Yeah.
So you say you do this from 7 to midnight?
Pretty much.
Okay. Does your wife help you from 7 to midnight?
Most of the time.
Wow. What's she saying?
That somebody's got to cook.
Oh, somebody's got to cook. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, all right. I can see the work that y'all are doing here, and it's a lot of work. And we're on the front porch here. So our topics are going to vary a little bit. So right now we're going to get on to how do how do you treat your wife? You know, you got to take her out for a treat every once in a while. If you're going to work her like that, you got to take her out to eat or something. What do y'all do for your way of saying thank you for helping me, darling?
Well, it's going to sound probably quite redneck, but she enjoys going out looking for armadillos. So we ride around with the ATV and with the spotlight and go look for armadillos and hogs and go do that at night. So that's she enjoys that.
Yeah, heck yeah, she's one of our people. Dave, you hear that? These are South Georgia folks here. They going out looking for armadillos.
The only thing we fight about is whose deer is the biggest during hunt season.
Oh, did she shoot one bigger deer?
And she got a pretty good one this year. She shot a 14er off the porch. So
Oh, so she beat you out.
yeah, she got me this year.
It was a joint effort.
Yeah. Who drug it up? Oh, wait a minute. We got to make you bigger here. I can't get that in there. Let's see here if we can do this. All right, now let's see it. Oh, wow.
Strange.
14 point.
Yep.
My goodness.
And just to show how thick the velvet is, we were watching him when he was in velvet, and the two brow tines right here, they were pressing against each other. I got to see him in person in the daylight, but
wow.
those brow tines were touching. But he had been hit by a vehicle or something. His one of his front legs, his shoulder there's like no muscle mass there, and he had a huge knob on his knee. And he was just hobbling around and all that. And eventually we decided to put him out of his misery when he came out in the daylight in the morning. So,
well, yeah, sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah, it was really pitiful watching him trying to get around and all. But he was an interesting one.
We had a piebald deer over here. He was
Really?
almost solid white, but he had a couple of brown patches. And we had several chances we could have, but I just didn't have the heart.
Mm-hmm.
One like that, you just let him go.
Yeah,
But, a bill 14 point like that, I can say, he's already banged up. You kind of have to. But a lot of times when you see one out there like that, you're like, I could. It would be really neat hanging on the wall if you really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, you kind of argue with yourself. I do the same thing with fishing. I go out and I catch one that's big enough to hang on the wall sometimes, and I'm like, some kid up on the bank with a tank pole, get a hold of that. Yeah, that's just, I'll put it back in order. As I just, hey, Tired Man, Michael, you have a good one, Bubba. Yeah, so, so y'all go out looking for armadillo. Have you taken her snipe hunting?
Or what now?
Have you taken her snipe hunting yet?
Nope, haven't done that yet.
When you go, I would like a video
Okay.
when she catches her a snipe.
All right.
Definitely, we want a video to air here on the Southern Fried Podcast when you take her snipe hunting. Because that'll be fun. All right, so when you're out there in the woods out there on the four-wheeler, riding around, looking for armadillos, and because this is South Georgia, real close to where real rednecks come from, which is the panhandle of Florida, and they've kind of migrated across the country. What is the strangest thing that you have seen? Have you seen a UFO?
I've seen something, and I have witnesses too. I've seen a couple things. Actually, I was one of my friends. We were on the way back from the deer stand, and we saw a green orb about the size of a softball. It looked like, and didn't have a tail or streaking or anything, but it bounced off the ground. It was kind of like a bouncy ball. It just bounced and then shot off into the trees again. And we both looked at each other, and we got back on the tractor and left.
I think I would leave too.
Yep, have no idea what that was, but we both saw it at the same time, saw the same thing, and no explanation for it.
I'd have had to go look for it. I'd have had to. What about you, Dave? You'd have followed me.
You've seen horror
No.
movies, right? You know how that ends.
What?
You know how that ends in horror movies, right?
Yeah, well, it doesn't end too well. But, you know, I still would have had to go look for it. You might not. I'm that guy, okay?
Rob, me and you are not going to be on the same four-wheeler riding out through the woods, okay? So I just want you to know that.
The reason why is because I'm epileptic and I'm not supposed to drive. He's scared. No, that's probably not the reason why. NC Native says, obviously, that was an Orville Redenbacher popping out in the cornfield again. Orville Greenenbacher. Wow. No, Baines. This is just our front porch talking that we do every Friday night. We just have a guest on here tonight, Dylan Shepard. So
They're talking about the different streams that we have.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I missed what they were talking about there.
It's kind of the way we were set up when we got started on Rumble. So we have a couple, but Southern Pride Podcast is kind of the main one.
Right.
We've got a couple of different names out there.
All right, so you've seen a green orb. Have you seen a Bigfoot?
I haven't seen a Bigfoot. I've seen a Stealth Hawk.
Seen a what?
The Stealth Hawk, the silent Black Hawk helicopters.
Yeah.
I think we actually have a grass airstrip on the back of the farm, and I think they use that as a kind of a turning around point out there. They'll have their lights on, but they'll make absolutely no noise. And
I've seen those here.
Yep, there's
They
always
fly over every once in a while. I've seen them.
Yep,
That's pretty weird.
Yep, I was walking across that airstrip one night. There's a group of hogs out there, and I was watching through the thermal, and kept getting closer and closer. Normally, the helicopters make one circle and they leave and head back towards Colquitt. And
Right.
This night, I guess they were watching me because they kept circling as I was stalking the hogs. I set up on the hog and I took one shot, and that helicopter flashed me 3 times and then turned around and left. So I want to know what was pointed at me that night.
No. He may have been saying that was a good shot.
Yeah.
Well, do you let your wife ever take a shot at the hogs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, who's got the biggest hog?
Him.
Yep, probably me.
He's definitely a better shot than me.
But
Before we had started dating, I came over to visit with him to help him with the project for school, and I went to go back home that night. And he said, "Well, you want to go hog hunting?" I'm like, "Yes, absolutely." So he took me out hog hunting, and I like to think that this is one of the things that got him very interested in me. Shot of the hog once, they ran, and I shot another one on the run, and he was very impressed by that, and I have yet to do it since. So perfect first try.
Oh, you got 2 hogs out of one trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I bet you was running a little nervous there, Dylan.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, the nerve-wracking part is whenever he's shooting, and I'm behind him, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's dark. He's the one with the gun. He can see where the hogs are at, and I just feel him scoot me behind him and shoot some more. And it's because the biggest boar was headed right towards us. And how far was that one that night? It was a year or 2 ago. I mean, he wasn't but 100 yards or something, far enough, but way too close to be running towards us.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nerve wracking.
Yeah, that could be a little nerve wracking there.
Those things are huge, and they're very, very strong.
Yes.
Hard to go down.
Well, my granddaddy had a meat packing house, and that's what I grew up doing. So I was working in hogs and all that kind of stuff, you know.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah, that was yeah. So when they get that close, yeah, it's time to go ahead and drop him.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
so okay, so so y'all don't eat snipe apparently because you haven't taken her snipe hunting yet. What about fishing? Do y'all do any fishing? Does she go fishing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wait. And she's South Georgia girl. She goes grabbling, don't she? She goes noodle. Does she noodle?
No,
No.
don't do that. I'm not doing that.
Oh,
I'm with him on that one. I ain't got the guts for that. I enjoyed watching it growing up, but I'm good.
Yeah. I've seen the snapping turtles in the pond where I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
I could just picture it. Now I got a bigger catfish than you do. Go skiing out across the water. Oh. So we got y'all are gonna be at tomorrow at Americas. Is that what you said?
Correct.
And what's the name of this festival again?
Wolf Creek. It's a
Wolf Creek.
winery in Americas.
Right. So everybody's watching this, you know, within tonight that's within traveling distance of Americas. Y'all go by and see them. You can see their work firsthand. And that would be awesome. They'll have, I'm sure they're going to set up, sell stuff, and check it out. Now, are you set up where you can take debit cards and stuff like that?
Yes, I have Venmo, Cash App, Square, all the above.
Okay, so yeah, y'all go by and check them out, and if y'all want to order something, you've got that option, and yeah, Americus ain't that far from right here in Colquitt. In fact, it's kind of centralized to just about everything. So, and it is art what he's doing. I mean, I'm gonna put another picture up here of these bowls. I think I may have already put this one up there, but I'm gonna put it back up there. This is not something you can just go to any store and buy. In fact, I don't know of a store you could go to buy stuff like this. And y'all, this is, like I said, this is stuff that be handed down. I mean, this is beautiful work. And it says Dylan Shepherd on the card. But you know, if she's helping him, you know, Dylan, you're gonna have to put her name on there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can see right here in that picture right there, I see who's taking it. Because I can see the hair in the shadow, and I can see your head now, which has more hair on it than mine does,
Uh-huh.
but it's severely lacking. I know who took the picture. Not that I would point that out or anything. That might be. Look, you've got a good head of hair. It's got a high forehead. It's like mine.
Mm-hmm.
My forehead starts back here. You know, that bit back, and it comes all the way forward. You know. So let me ask you this: you being a fellow redhead, have you ever got a sunburn on your head?
Nope, I haven't gotten a sunburn. I've always I leave the house, I got a hat.
Oh well, me too. Okay. Well, when you get to where I am,
Mm-hmm.
you just try to go ahead and just keep it shaved off.
Uh-huh.
What you're gonna get? I'm gonna turn around here. You see this license plate on the back of my head?
Uh-huh.
Right there. Or I have one there back there. But normally I have a license plate where my hat is open right there. Those days are coming. Don't worry.
Uh-huh.
And you get that one little patch sunburnt right there, and you try to go lay down at night, you'll be surprised at just how big it is. You'll lay flat on your back, be like, "Ow!" And you try to turn out. So just throwing that out there, though, you know. But yeah, this is amazing work. So y'all go check them out, please do. Now, because we are in South Georgia, and because this is Front Porch Talking time. All right, go ahead and make room for her up there. Did she come around up there with you, or is she holding something?
She's coming.
Go ahead and get on screen with him. We'll make some more room for you there. If you want to. We're not going to make you do it, but if you'd like to, jump on in here.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, sure.
All right. So, Dave. All right. Now, this is Christy, right?
Randa.
What?
Randa.
Randa.
Yep.
Where did I get Christy from? I think Haley was trying to mess me up a while ago. Y'all know Haley as well?
Heard of her anyway, yes.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what that was. She messed me up. Okay. Sorry, Miranda. Is that short for Miranda?
Actually, it's not. My parents thought they came up with it, and then come to find out, there's a lot of other people named Randa.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. My oldest is named Miranda. I called her Randa Panda forever. So
That was a nickname growing up.
Randa Panda.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you can't call me sir. I ain't that old. That's like putting the elevator on an outhouse.
It'll be a fight between you and my parents, so I know my odds.
What?
My
calling me
parents,
sir? What? You're probably older than I am. I'm only 29.
Or you can do what my grandmother does and turn that around and be 92. So.
Well, no, I'm a little bit older than 29. Although I'm now only 39 because my mama said she was never, that was as old as I could get because she was never having children older than she was. So I am 39 for life because she wasn't 40.
That's a good number to be.
Yes, I'm just going to be 39. Dave, though, what was it, last week had his 60th birthday.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Happy late birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was not a good birthday, but it is a birthday.
Well, 6 decades old. We get to celebrate that with him. But you know, but he's had some issues there. But Miss Lynn's doing much better. So we're going to be thankful for that. That's answer prayers, sir. So, so what's it like when y'all go to these festivals? Now, we did our first one, and that was Mayhaw Festival.
Mhm.
And what's it like for y'all when y'all go to these festivals? Do y'all get out and go walking around and meet everybody? That's what I do, but y'all go around and just say hi to everybody and say, or you just stay at your thing there? I can't do that.
When we first get there, we kind of make some rounds, and after we get set up before everything really gets going, and then after that, we're normally too busy to really see what's going on after that. So
Yeah, all depends on how hectic it is when we get there.
Okay. Did y'all go around and meet the gator tail guy?
I saw his tent there, but I didn't get to meet him though.
Oh, we got him live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going live there, and I got him live on there, and I got me some gator tail and some of them French fries that he did up with the drill.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
They had the cutting blade. He's but yeah, they were amazing. They made me wear the hat. And I'm a Georgia fan, and wearing a gator head for a hat was kind of weird. Not that Dave gave me any grief over it. That guy.
Oh, no. Never.
So, yeah, I'm still waiting to hear from them. Hopefully, I've tried to talk him into coming in on the show. They were hilarious. And they're like, hot tail, get your hot tail over here. I thought they were giving out spankings at first.
That's great.
So, yeah, I was trying to think, what kind of slogan y'all could do, because they were talking about, hot tail. I mean, maybe y'all could do, everything I can think of has to do with wood, and I'm just not going to say it. I'm just not going to. Hard, soft. Yeah, it just ain't gonna work. Y'all gonna have to work on that. My mind just ain't going there tonight. It's Friday. I've done pretty good this week. I've been kind of calm. So what kind of wood do you recommend to use to make the bat out of from when you go snipe hunting?
A lot of the baseball bats now are made out of ash.
Yeah.
So that's a real hard wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ash or white oak, something like that would probably work pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you ain't got to make a full size one. You just got to make a smaller one. Now, when you take your snipe hunting, when it gets up in the pillowcase, you got to knock a snot out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold back.
Uh-huh.
It'll be all right. You got to get a snipe call going there too. Have you ever heard of snipe?
Yep.
Brandon?
Actual snipe, yes, the birds. But I feel like this is a joke, and I recognize it from a long time ago, and I can't remember what it is.
Don't worry about it. He's going to take you out and show you all about it.
God bless it.
So you got to teach her how to do a snipe call. We want that on video too.
I have seen the movie Up, though. I know about that kind of snipe cutting.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you heard, well, how'd their snipe call go? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen that.
You have to rewatch the movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have to rewatch it. I can't rewatch that movie. I'll tell you what, the first 10 minutes of that makes me cry every time I watch it.
It's so sweet. Sad, but sweet.
Barry, don't be telling everything. All right, we got LeBron James on here saying, Rob, we need you at the Lakers. Okay, number one, that can't be the real LeBron James, because if he did, he'd know how short I am. I am nowhere near tall enough to play for the Lakers. I've already had heart issues. I don't need to be on there. No, I don't need to go be playing basketball.
Maybe he meant the water boy.
That might be. I could be a good bench warmer.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't stand to watch basketball though. Sorry, LeBron. It's almost like watching NASCAR. Do y'all watch NASCAR?
No.
Not really.
Okay. Y'all don't have favorite drivers and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My favorite driver is Kyle Busch. So everybody hates him. Dave likes him. His favorite driver, I think, was Kurt Busch, but he don't drive no more. I don't think. Colt said it is real LeBron, and he's mad at me for talking about his kid. I didn't know LeBron James had. Yeah, he does have a kid, doesn't he?
Ronnie.
Does he play basketball?
He does.
Okay. Well, I don't blame y'all for not watching NASCAR. I mean, what is it? You drive like heck, make a left turn.
Mm-hmm.
Make another left turn. Drive like heck, make a left turn. Make another left turn. Drive like heck. And if you're Kyle Busch, run over somebody, make a left turn. Make another left turn. Run into pit row, hit 4 or 5 people. Get some new rubber, get some gas, get back out there, run over somebody else. I mean,
Goodness.
I love it. I really think that, there really ought to be more women drivers in NASCAR. Okay. Now, I'm not being critical of women drivers. I'm not. But y'all go out there, anybody that can put on lipstick, have a cup of coffee, adjust the radio, and steering with their knee going through that downtown Atlanta.
It's amazing how you can do that, Rob. It's amazing.
I've seen it happen.
Thanks for sharing your story. I mean, that you were able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, you see that? I mean, I can at least go through the motions. You got your cup of coffee, got your lipstick, got the knee up there on the steering wheel, fix the radio. Oh, talk on the phone. Got to have the phone up on here and talk on the phone. I mean, anybody do that. Y'all they excel in NASCAR. I'm surprised Danica Patrick didn't do any better. How do you guys feel about Dale Earnhardt? He'll be missed.
That was younger years for me when that happened. Me and my family watched NASCAR at that time. Well, my parents did. I napped, but heard a lot of stories about him.
Oh yeah, that was a battle cry there for a long time. Earnhardt. Barry says you should send me an armadillo. Let me go ahead and tell you, Barry, I got plenty of armadillos. I don't need no more. I got a little 410 back there that says that they need to go away. Because I've got a garden too, and I don't want them out there. All right, so you like college football?
No.
You mean y'all are from South Georgia and y'all don't watch the Bulldogs?
I think I've seen one game.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's all right. And you hadn't seen any other team more than that, right?
No.
Okay, good deal. We
I
can live
won
with that.
the national championship the first time, and it's the only game I've seen.
Okay. So you did see Georgia win the national title.
Yep, I did see that.
All right. Do you know where Kirby Smart is from?
Bainbridge, right?
Bainbridge. He is from right here in Bainbridge. So, Colt says, I'm not a fan of people that drive cars in general. The environment is precious, and all the greenhouse gases are going to kill us all. Well, Colt, park your car, go buy you a mule, and you can ride that jackass all you want to. I am not going
That hurts
to.
the environment too. The flatulence, they got to do on that.
Oh yeah. So Colt, go get you a broom and Harry Potter yourself all over the place. Okay? You can ride that broom, go play some Quidditch or something.
Well, Colt's got a car. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, he does. He's sitting out there talking all that smack like that. LeBron's, I feel my prime was like Dale Earnhardt, NBA style.
That's
What is that? Good?
Way to put that.
Is that good?
Well, yeah.
Is LeBron James good? I feel like I've heard the name, but
Hall of Famer to be.
okay.
We don't watch basketball.
I knew Colt was messing with you.
No, I don't watch basketball. I've never in my lifetime watched a whole basketball game, but I have watched whole football games. I have watched whole baseball games. I don't watch golf either. Of course, I didn't watch the Lawrence Welk show if I can help it. Do y'all remember the Lawrence Welk show? No.
I don't think so. No.
It sounds like a 4-hour time.
Probably. They would play like big band music, and Lawrence Welk would direct it. They'd have all these little soap bubbles floating around. It's
Interesting.
time for the Lawrence Welk show. I would start trying to change the channel before my mama saw it. That was back when they didn't have remotes. You had to go turn the dial.
Mhm.
Yeah. When phones hung on the wall.
Know about that. No
Yeah.
rotary phones.
Know about what?
Rotary phones.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of kids that can't even use one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember the older Atari joysticks from the Atari game consoles?
Oh, for gaming, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I always wanted an Atari. They wouldn't let me have one. I had to go fishing and stuff instead to occupy myself. So, okay. Whoa. Wait. Y'all are from South Georgia. Have y'all ever been in a cow patty fight? Honest answers. Honest answers.
No.
No. Dirt clods, but not
Yes.
cow patties.
Dirt clods. That's not the same. You know, you draw a penalty in a cow patty fight if it's slack in the middle. They throw like frisbees.
They float too.
Yeah, they'll float too.
Mhm.
So you've thrown one.
My dog really loves to swim.
Yeah.
One day the ball didn't come back up, and she was convinced that there was something on the ground to be thrown. So I threw what she wanted me to throw. And this one floated. So, but it was a horse patty, so a little bit
Okay,
better.
so you played horse patty fetch with the dog.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. So that's close enough, I think. Dave? They've never actually been in a cow patty fight, but she did play horse patty fetch with the dog. What do you think?
I don't know if that's redneck or what other thing.
To each their own.
I told you it wasn't just me. He thinks I'm weird.
Oh, I never thought that you were the only one.
Well, he'd never heard of cow patty bingo either.
I'm familiar with that one.
Oh,
What's some of the other things down here that you've never that you said wasn't that just ain't it? All right.
Well, I don't know.
You
Do
go.
they crumple their biscuits?
We don't crumple biscuits. Do y'all crumple your biscuits or rip them in half?
you use a
Put
fork
gravy
and
in
fry it now.
Pull them in half. Uh-huh.
When you was walking around that Mayhaul, you found about 50-50, buddy.
No.
You thought it was going to be a slam dunk. You found out wrong.
There
You
was
even
more that tore them
You
in half.
even tried to call it once, and you got beat up over there. Then one.
That's just because I tried to call it. We've had this ongoing thing about biscuits and gravy. You crumple it or you tear it in half. You know, mostly it's Dave and the rest of the women out there that crumple it, and most of the guys, they tear them in half. And the true Southern women, apparently, they tear them in half too. There you go. I got you, Randy.
Appreciate that.
All right. So, what's the fastest he's drove you out there on that four-wheeler at night? Has he made you dig in and grab his ribs and get finger holes?
That doesn't come from driving fast. That comes from all the doggone holes in the ground. The best part is finding a old bull waller where the four wheeler doesn't exactly come right back out on the other side. You just kind of get stuck.
Yes. Thank you for using the word waller.
Mhm.
That's going to be on my Southern Words of the Week next week. And waller. Because that is a thing. Thank you. Barry said, I got to throw this one here up there. And I'm going to throw up his one before that from Barry. Paste. He said, I remember Lawrence Welk. That came home before the World of Disney. It came on before the World of Disney.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah. And before that, he said, and boom. And then I could throw this one here up. He wants to know if y'all know about the monkey farm.
Heard of it. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
going ons about that. Don't think anyone's happy about it.
No.
No.
Somebody hadn't seen the movie Outbreak,
Yeah, or Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
amongst many other bad ideas.
They're
Yeah.
going to have wild hogs riding the monkeys going to be riding the wild hogs for too much longer.
Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
our theory, anyway.
Uh-huh.
We've had them on here several times. Some of the people that are standing up against the monkey farm. We're not for it, but
No.
we've actually done some live interviews out there where they're going to put it in. But yeah, the monkeys riding the wild pigs.
Yep, that's my theory there.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be Southern Planet of the Apes.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, on here we celebrate South Pole Santa, not North Pole. You know, we don't celebrate no Yankee Santa, so it's South Pole Santa.
Yeah,
My sister still ain't forgave me for that. I think.
Oh Lord.
I told her too bad.
Yeah, it was like Randolph, the brown-nosed reindeer.
Mm.
Y'all ever heard of Randolph, the brown-nosed reindeer? He's the one that guides the sleigh from the South Pole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's just as fast as Rudolph. He just don't stop as quick.
Mhm.
That joke was over and bad when you said it the first time.
Your sister hasn't forgave me for that yet either. So they like it. Now look, we be talking Southern stuff here tonight, South Georgia stuff. They like it. They're gonna tell it. You watch and see when Christmas time comes around, she's gonna go running right up to her mama and said, "Have you heard about Randolph, the brown-nosed reindeer?" You're gonna do it, aren't you? Please tell me you're gonna do it.
Perhaps.
Hey, Cole. Hey, you get that off her. No, get that off her. Oh.
They're just giving you Southern kindness. You know, it's like the laugh, like, oh, yeah, it was funny, haha. You know, they're gonna get off the stream and go, who was that guy?
Maybe, but she did use the word Waller.
Uh-huh.
That's a good word. That's a good word.
It is a good word. It's a good Southern South Georgia word.
That's the way it's supposed to be said, right?
Yeah, Waller.
Well,
I do have a question for Dave.
Go right ahead.
You ever heard of Lacey cornbread?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, that was Grandpa was known for a lot of things, but that was one of the main things he was known for was Lacey cornbread. But, you get extra fine cornmeal and mix it up almost into a thin pancake batter.
Yeah.
And,
real runny.
get it in
With water.
a skillet.
Yeah.
And pour it straight in there, and it gets real crispy and crunchy though.
you gotta deep fry. You gotta have the oil in the pan, and mix the cornmeal with the water until it's really running, and pour it in the grease, and it's like a cornmeal funnel cake, and very 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 yummy.
Yeah,
I'm good with it. I could eat that.
Yeah, basically
Absolutely.
cornmeal funnel cake is basically what
Yeah.
How it comes out.
Did he make it sweet? Did he put anything?
I always put a little bit of salt on it.
Garlic salt's really good on it too.
And they would
Yes,
do
we
a
used to
Wounded
call it
Warriors
salt.
at the church every year, and that was what he was always requested to bring. And I think he would always cook 500 pieces of Lacey cornbread for the Wounded Warriors there. And, never had any come back. So
There you go. Wow.
Cool. And
So
we could serve it on some of that fine wood creations that you have. That would be great.
yeah.
uh,
Hey, what about bread boxes? That's something. Well, you don't hardly see those as much anymore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, used to you see bread boxes.
I did a dough bowl. To a guy I met at the peanut festival last year, and
Yeah.
brought me a hickory stump, and I made a bread bowl or a dough bowl. That was one of one. I'd get a lot of requests for those, but takes a little bit more time and a little more power carving, a lot more angle grinding and chainsaw work than just attaching it to the lathe and letting it go.
Wow.
Where's the peanut festival at?
Blakely, Georgia.
Blakely.
Blakely.
Okay.
Just up the road a piece from here. So down the road or over a piece from y'all.
Yep.
I think it's down much. But I had something I was fixing to ask and it was important. I don't remember what it was. It'll come back. I was going to comment on something. It is so wonderful in this day and age to see y'all working together on this stuff. And I can tell y'all are make a great couple. Y'all are playing off each other. Y'all keep each other straight. And go out and do fun things together. Yes, Barry, they're also called a hoe cake. But y'all work together and working together on these projects. And Dylan, you do a lot of the artistic stuff. She helps you sand and all that stuff. She also helps you merchandise and market everything. And it's great to see a youngish couple. Y'all aren't that. Y'all aren't 30 yet. I don't believe.
Not quite getting there.
Okay. But y'all are still very young and y'all are working together. Y'all are making a great team. And I am proud to see that. That makes me happy. And I think that's an example for other kids and young married couples to follow, even older married couples. So that is awesome. And so, hey, big old salute. Y'all work together, and that's
I
awesome.
appreciate that.
It's good to see that. And that's just, there's so many times today that people don't do that. They just get on their computers, they play their games, or they turn on the TV and somebody does one thing, somebody does another thing, and end up going different directions, and y'all work together. And that's good to see.
Appreciate
And
it.
thank y'all. Hey, I think that's a lot of what's. Oh, I'm gonna get just a little bit political here. I think that's a lot of what's wrong with this country today. A lot of the bad stuff that goes on. People are going in different directions. They're more interested in their phone than their partner and trying to help their partner or their husband or wife. And it just, hey, big old solo. I like that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Do y'all have any kids?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, ain't no rush. I ain't trying to rush y'all into. I'm sure y'all's parents are already rushing that enough.
Well,
I'm not going to rush you at all.
coming October.
Huh?
Coming October.
October?
Yep.
Hey, aim for the 23rd.
Well, it's actually
Yeah.
the 25th.
The what?
The 25th is.
Oh, 2 days early. Boy or girl, or do you know? Don't know yet.
Boy.
Boy?
Yep, boy.
Name him Rob. 23rd. 23rd, you got to name him Rob, and we'll teach him how to hunt them chupacabras. Oh, yeah. All right. Whose mama and daddy finally said, it's about time? Was that, whose was it?
First.
Somebody said it's about time.
My mother.
Yeah.
Actually, my grandmother.
Your
My dad, every opportunity he would get, would eat lunch with her. And ever since we got married, well, have they thought about having kids yet? They're not getting any younger.
Gotta love it.
So you should have seen the
Right.
look on her face when we told her.
Oh, I bet she was
She was
happy.
very happy.
Amen to that. Well, hey, thank y'all so much for being on tonight. Y'all come back anytime you want to. there ain't no telling what we talk about on Friday nights. It generally gets a little wilder than this, but we had a ball with y'all tonight.
Mhm.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it. Enjoyed listening to y'all.
Do what?
Enjoyed listening to y'all.
Well, y'all come on in. Hey, y'all like, follow, subscribe. Everybody out there that wants to, we'd appreciate it. And y'all go by and check out From the Woods on Facebook. That's Dylan Shepard and his wife Randa there. And if you have anything that you see anything on there that you like, let them know, and and he'll custom build whatever for you. Already said, and really, it's reasonable price. It's right here, made in America. It's custom made just for you. You can't beat that. Oh my goodness! Here's I gotta throw this here up there real quick because I always have to put at least one post up from him when he pops in. That old blacksmith guy from up in Ohio was telling you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. He had a live show. He just had to finish off his stream and shower. Well, Dave, we're glad you made it on here. We got you a post up. Love you, brother. But hey, y'all come back anytime you want to. Just let me know if y'all have something special coming up. If you're going to run any promotions or anything like that, let us know. We'll help you get the word out on it.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for being on.
Yep. Thank you
Yes,
all.
sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good night, and we're going to tell everybody out there to have a good night.
Yep.
And it's not Brenda, Steve. It's Randa. It's Dylan and Randa. Good try. He said hi and bye, by the way.
Bye.
Hey, don't be giving him a hard time. You butchered her name to begin with.
I did.
Come on,
I
dude.
did. That's why I was trying to fix it.
Come on, man.
Called though.
Do what?
That's definitely not been the worst thing I've ever been called.
Yeah. See. Dave, which song did I play tonight? I don't remember. Oh, now he's getting on me. For shame, Rob. For shame. I made one mistake. All right. Hey, thank y'all, everybody, so much for tuning in tonight. And if y'all want to hang around for a minute, we're gonna do our exit, or y'all can go ahead and go now. Either way is just fine. And yeah, I'm gonna quit letting you stretch my goodbyes out. Everybody, y'all have a good night. Big old salute, and we will see y'all some point in time this weekend. Or Dave will. All right. Good night, y'all.
Thank y'all. Y'all
Thank
have
you.
a good night.
Thank you.
Uncle Jeb's got his overalls on. He's hard. Well, it's time to sit down, grab a sweet tea in your hand, on a worn out rocker with a view of this southern land. I got the crickets singing low and the fireflies in the sky. It's front porch talking time.